hey there. Didn't see you there. Hello, fellow aviator. My name is Michael Richardson. I'm a certificated flight instructor and a CFII. I'm making this video for my students and also anybody who wishes to learn more about what to put in their flight bag. Whether it's your first few times flying, whether you're on a solo cross country, or whether you're also a certificated flight instructor wondering what to lug around all day. Well, guess what? I'm going to open her up and we're going to get an inside glimpse of what I live with. So let's dive in. This is my electronic flight bag. It's a knee board. It velcros onto my knee so turbulence doesn't bother me or my things. You have a pocket for your medical, or maybe a picture of your kids, or whatever you want to put in there. Got another pocket. Got lots of storage. You open it up, and now as a certificated flight instructor, you always want to fill your students' instruments. So I have this soap dish that you can put pencils in here, pens in here. This is something else that I use to fail the instruments with. So that's a given for instructors. I have here my iPad. This is my map. I teach my students to use a paper map. It has to be current. After you get your pilot's license, we'll dive deeper into electronic flight bag science. You just run down the street. In aviation, we don't just cop the throttle and pitch up when you feel like it, right? You could run out of runway one day, and I want to avoid that happening to you, as in my student, or if you're just randomly scrolling down and you happen to click this video and you haven't pressed skipped yet, well, good for you. You're in the knowledge. I respect that. Hopefully I could be knowledgeable. Get that? Do you fly at nighttime? Well, you may fly at daytime and then the sun goes down. I know, science. I fly with this. It's my light. Goes bright, dim, red, flashing. The weirdest thing happens when the battery's low, it won't actually turn off all the way. So I carry my spares, and when that happens, I just pop the spares in before I fly. And it looks really cool too. I get a lot of compliments. Just sometimes I go to the grocery store and I just have this on, and people, they respect you because they think that you're a weirdo. Just kidding. My keys. I have all my keys in there, and it's very, very important that you don't fly with keys in your pocket when you fly, because when you're working them rudders, right? Maintain center line, you're working them rudders. You don't want anything in your pockets. A lot of friction happens, confusion sets in, you press the wrong rudder, you've got your keys in your pocket, and you're lighter. You're lighter here, and you're working them rudders. Say it with me. Working them rudders. Center line. Okay, moving forward. I've got cords. These are for my phone, working them rudders. iPad. I choose to bring one of these because I actually have this big, huge, bulky thing that I could, it's not the best. I've seen better. It's okay, you know, I have this. It'll actually jump start an airplane if you choose to fly with that option. I choose not to fly with that option. You got to jump start your airplane, you might have bigger issues. You may want to not fly, maybe call the mechanic and cancel that flight. But here's, you know, just plug it in there, and I think you could charge your iPad twice. It says 4 times, but you know what they say. What do they say? Anyways, that's it for that pocket. Alright, so what's next? Let's talk about exterior pockets. Something that you're flying along and you can quickly just grab. I sometimes have my iPad in one of these pockets. Right now I have my notebook. I take notes on students' maneuvers, on something I wanted to talk about with them on the ground and not bug them in the sky, and I didn't want to forget. So yes, I still have my headlamp on because I think I look very cool in it and more official. Extra pen, you know, I have a pen in here, pen in here. It's always good to fly the pen. I like 0.5. By the way, if you're not a pen enthusiast, I'd suggest that you become one. 0.5 is thinner than 0.7, and then 0.038 is great for logbooks, especially for flight instructors. So a little bonus for that. You didn't think you'd get pen information in this video, did you? Moving forward to the other side, I have my E6B. I love this E6B. This is the first E6B I've ever bought. 13 years ago I bought this E6B, and I've only had to replace 2 screws in it, so the maintenance is quite low, and the reward is quite high. I love this thing. It's fantastic. In my corporate job, I actually fly an aircraft that's 3 times faster than a Skyhawk, and I still use this to plan descents. It's great. It's a great tool. So I have an extra pen in this pocket, and I got my chapstick over here. And this right here I use for my water. Right here I put my wallet. It's kind of cool, James Bond wallet, you know. I didn't get as many compliments as I thought I'd get when I bought this thing. But apparently it protects me from identity theft somehow. I took their word on that. So far, so good. Put my phone in here as well as that, and I mean, you could close that up. This is I got this as Flight Outfitters bag. You could have this embroidered with something cool on there. I chose not to. A little more incognito. Yeah. So moving forward, this right here, headset. I fly with a Stratus. You guys may well be aware of the ADS-B mandate, January 1st, 2020, of ADS-B out. That's not really going to help you know where aircrafts are, but this gives you ADS-B in. So you could stick this on the window and you could record your students' track. You could analyze their pitch, their bank, their airspeed. Actually, it's ground speed in ForeFly, not airspeed. So it's a little difficult to critique that fully, but you just kind of have to, you know, be logical. You know, a little slower on base, a little slower on final, sort of thing. Maybe make a note how fast the ground speed was, so you could critique properly if you're a CFI. Got pictures of my kids. So if you guys have a Bose headset, this will really help you. This is a cool little hack, right? Everyone loves hacks. Maybe I should name the video like hacks from Bose headset to holding things in your flight bag. But this picture of my kids, behind it I have my medical, and this Velcro allows me to stick it right there. Super cool. I was really excited when I found out about that. I'm just gonna take credit for it and say I came up with that. But that's it for this side. So I'm just gonna zip that back up. That's all that's in my flight bag. Just so you know, you don't have to go out and buy, you know, a $300-400 personal locator beacon and, you know, buy all these gadgets and things your first day, or even your first couple years if you're already a private pilot. You know, don't feel like you're behind the curve if you don't have a lot of gadgets. The best thing you could do is just get something that you might think would be handy. If you want to fly with the first aid kit every day, then maybe you should put that on the to-do list. You don't have to get extensive flight kits, you know, expensive things like this in your bag. You know, the best thing you could do is just come with charged equipment. You know, I fly a lot. Like I said, I'm a CFI, so I fly back to back sometimes, and my iPad does, you know, drain rather rapidly at that point, especially if I have the Stratus hooked up to it. So that's why I fly with this. So you don't need it if you don't want it. But just start the list. Just start the list. Maybe get an Amazon shopping cart and add things to your wish list, and then every once in a while, add something to your flight bag, your emergency bag. My philosophy on emergency stuff is, you know, you could live 30 days without food, but only days without water. And unfortunately, they have found pilots that survived the crash, but perished because they tried to ration their water. They were found with excess water, and that's just not something that I want to teach moving forward. Drink your water, don't, you know, ration it. Anyways, I hope that you found this video very helpful. This is actually my first video that I'm throwing out to the world on aviation, so if you liked it, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up or whatever. I don't know where a subscribe button would even be, but I have so much more to share. And if you want to come with me on a journey, I can not only get you to the level that you want to become, but let's start the conversation online, whatever medium that is. If you like Instagram, I do have an Instagram page, and I'm learning and growing every day, and I'm developing classes that will help you, the aviator. So have a fantastic rest of your day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video, and then stay tuned for more.